Hello Harpers, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Schaefer Harp and Song, and welcome to Tune Tutor. It is the first Christmas Tune Tutor of the season. The patrons have voted over on Patreon, and so the first carol we are learning is See Amid the Winter's Snow. I just released the performance video of this, so you can see that. I will link it up wherever it goes. So this is a beautiful English carol which I have arranged sort of with a choral feel in mind. So you've got a nice alto kind of line with your left hand, and I tried to keep it simple enough so a late beginner or maybe early intermediate wouldn't have too much trouble with this arrangement. You can get the sheet music for my arrangement of this song, which I've linked below in the description for you. But otherwise, let's put our harps into the key of G and get started. So let's learn the melody of this carol. If you would like the sheet music, again, that's linked below for my arrangement of this. I've also have some fingering suggestions and chords in it. And then we're going to also learn on Patreon the left hand. That lesson will be there. And then for my intermediates on Patreon, we're going to explore actually doing both of these hands in the right hand and adding some chords with it. So that's gonna be lovely. Give us some more ideas to make this even more full if you are more of an advanced harpist. But let's learn the melody. We're going to start with finger 2 on G. Again, all our F's are sharp and everything else is natural. Start with finger 2 on G, and finger 1 you can put on A. So that's just an easy line down. We're going to play that phrase again. 2, 1, 2, and just stack all the way down. 3, 4, till you get to E. Two Ds right there, and I'm using fingers 2 and 3 for that. Next, you can do a couple things here. You could use finger 4, or you can use, as I have written down, finger 3, 2 and 1. So that's a different little shape. If you explore shapes on the harp, if that is your thing, this one is the crab, because it looks like a crab claw. This starts on G. You're going to place G, A, and C. So you've got one string in between your first and second finger. And then before you play the C, you want to get your second finger on that B. We're going to do another B and 2 A's. You can use 2, 3, 3, 2. So let's put those phrases together. Again, we're starting on second finger on G. Now the crab. This carol has a very similar sort of meter throughout, with just some different notes. You can kind of tell all that timing was the same. Now we're just going to repeat the first line exactly as we did before. Now here's where it changes. This, I like to use fingers 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just stack them all the way up, right in a row, G to C. Now that one, before you play that C, you want to make sure that you put your second finger on A, so that you are all connected there. You can actually put 2 and 3 on A and G. Now that is the verse of this carol. So let's start it from the beginning of that and just play it again. So we're going to start again on the G with our thumb ready on A. And we'll count us in 1, 2, 3, 4. Crab. Same thing. Now all four, G to C. Good. Now the chorus has some similar parts, but we're going to start higher. And it sounds like this. Just two of those. And then you're starting over on a part you already know. This is a super simple carol to play. Now there's a couple different ways you could do the fingering here. I like to do either what I just did, which is 1, 1, 2, 3, cross over. You're just going down in a straight scale. You're going from the D to the F. 2 Ds. Okay, so you could do that way, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or you could try 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So whatever is more comfortable for you. I kind of think with the way I have this arranged that it's for some reason a little bit easier to use 4 in there, because I think because you're using 4 in the left hand as well, so it makes a little more sense. But whichever way you like is fine. There's probably more combinations that you could come up with. So just use what is comfortable for you. Let's make sure we have the timing down. There's a lot of this dotted quarter notes followed by an eighth notes throughout this whole carol. So make sure you do have that timing correct. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so next, to finish out the chorus, all we have to do is start from the beginning again. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Slight difference here. You do know that phrase. There's a slight difference here which goes on the end of just the chorus. So that's the only new part we have left. And you can start with a triad, a G triad. We're going to start on D and go down. Now this is more of a straight rhythm. Just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you do want to make sure after you've played that, before you've played that G, that your thumb goes to that C. We want to keep this all nice and connected as we can. Now depending on how you're playing this, and there's a couple different ways I have it in the arrangement, you could hold out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, those last 3 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or you can make them quick. So whichever you like, let's play the whole thing from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. we have it. Make sure that you are trying to go slow and learn this with very good form. You want to make sure you're closing down all the way and relaxing your hand. Before you attempt the left hand, and do the same thing with the left hand. Thanks for learning this carol with me. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Christmas carol is, and maybe it'll make the list this year or next year. If you are a patron and you want to vote on our next carol, that'll be coming up soon, the one for November. So be sure and keep an eye out on Patreon. If you're a patron as well, you can keep an eye out for the full arrangement tutorial, which will be on Patreon soon. I'll see you next time. There's some more tutorials over here from last year if you need some more Christmas music to learn, and I'll see you later. Bye!